Hello, and welcome to this data analysis presentation for Lending Club's customer profiles, an in-depth data analysis of customer profiles for a targeted marketing campaign. I'm Lacey Bathala, a senior at Southern New Hampshire University, submitting this presentation for the final project in the DAT410 Decision Support course. This is presented on October 4th, 2018. Let's get started by looking at our agenda. We'll take a look at how Lending Club works, the overarching issue they would like to address, the decision nodes and components relative to that issue, and also the valuation of those components. We will then take a look at the reliability and relevance of the overall study, our analysis and approach for answering research questions. We'll cover the analytical goals and how those goals and questions are relevant to key stakeholders on the call. Last, we will cover the results of the study and how that integrates into the overarching issue. We'll also reflect on the tools that were chosen for this study. Lending Club offers peer-to-peer personal loans ranging from $1,000 to $40,000. Founded in 2006, the San Francisco-based company initially launched as one of Facebook's first applications. The business organization offers individuals the ability to invest in loans or apply for a loan which are underwritten by WebBank. The efficient lending process allows investors to determine their personal level of risk while giving those seeking a loan a consolidated approach to accessing a large lender network without needing to complete multiple applications. Borrowers fill out an online application. The loan is then rejected or approved based on defined criteria we discuss later. The borrower then makes regular payments on the loan and investors receive a return on their portfolio of investments with Lending Club. The Lending Club wants to launch a targeted marketing campaign. Their focus is to reach customers with characteristics similar to their approved customer profiles. Specifically, they would like to know: what is the funded range for 2/3 of approved loans? What is the impact of term, grade, house ownership, length of employment, job title, and state on approved loans in the range identified? What is the impact of credit score and debt-to-income ratio on rejected loans in that identified range? The outcome of this analysis will give Lending Club the information needed to target customers likely approved for a loan request. Once an application is submitted, a customer goes into one of three nodes: pending, approved, or rejected. Pending simply means that not all documents or required fields have been submitted, and this also indicates that there's a processing time from the time of the submission to the time of a decision being made. Approved means that the loan terms are known, an investor or investors choose to engage, and the customer is notified. Rejected means that the loan terms are denied, no investors chose to engage, and the customer is also notified. The approval node for the purpose of this analysis has 5 components, with one omitted: length of employment, an ordinal variable with 12 levels; term, a nominal variable with 2 choices; grade, an ordinal variable with 7 levels; state, a nominal variable with all 50 states included; home ownership, a nominal variable with 5 choices. It is important to note none of these are continuous variables and therefore will help narrow the type of analysis conducted. Also, job title was removed because 1. The field provided is actually not the job title but rather the employer name, or the field is completely blank, and 2. Including the field in the results creates a combination of almost 4 million possibilities, which exceed the number of observations. That means the model could overfit or cause unexpected results that are not accurate. The rejected node for this analysis has 2 components: debt-to-income ratio, a continuous variable from -1 to 115%, and credit score, a discrete variable converted to an ordinal variable. The nodes and components are the factors of each applicant profile at a cross-section of 2 or 5 variables. As an example, one customer may be located in Texas, seeking a 36-month loan with a grade of B. They rent their home, and have worked at their job for 5 or more years. The hypothetical customer aligns to the nodes and components, giving Lending Club insights into this type of customer. Further analysis will show how customer segmentation gives Lending Club the insights it needs for a targeted marketing approach. Each component valuation is the natural occurring inputs for the variable, whether user-defined, like job title, or predefined, like term limit. Each variable adds to the complexity of the model. Without including job title, there are over 42,000 combinations of data an applicant may submit. The values of each variable are dictated by business rules. Approved applicant component valuations are state. All 50 states have at least one applicant that was approved or rejected. Grade, ranging from A to G. The loan grade is the result of a formula that takes into account not only credit score, but also a combination of several indicators of credit risk from the credit report and loan application. A subcomponent not considered here is each grade has a subgrade 1 through 5 and further breaks down the loan quality. Home ownership. 5 options indicating how the applicant currently pays for their residence. Term. All loans have either a 36 or 60-month term with fixed interest rates and equal payments. Job title. Remember, job title is a user-driven field and not a standardized selection. For this reason, and to increase model accuracy, job title is omitted from analysis. Also, in this particular data set, the job title data submitted was actually the employer name. Also, there is always a high chance of error for text inputs because users can misspell, overstate, understate, misrepresent, etc. the data that in the text collection field. It is best to use text fields for processing exceptions, where an algorithm may not outperform human application analysis. Rejected applicant component valuations are formed by binning. Debt-to-income ratios is broken up into 12 bins with 10-point increments starting at -10% to 115. The last bin is a 15-point increment. Credit score, a discrete variable put into 6 bins with 50-point increments except the last bin, which indicates anything over an 850 credit score, is blemish-free. The component valuations are used to determine the natural customer clusters for approved and rejected applicants. The natural clusters will help Lending Club create a structured customer segmentation model for marketing purposes. Reliability refers to the extent to which a scale produces consistent results, if the measurements are repeated a number of times. Scaling the analysis model requires careful consideration to data reliability, data collection and transformation, variable selection, business questions defined, hypothesis determination, performance-driven algorithm for segmentation, and targeted marketing campaign integration. A deeper dive into reliability and relevance mechanisms provide a roadmap for successfully extracting data to create insightful knowledge. Data reliability ensures data integrity, security, and accuracy, along with consistency, conformity, and completeness. Data collection provides access to all relevant data, and transformation ensures data conforms to necessary formats. Variables selected for analysis should reflect the business process. As an example, including gender in the analysis if it is not part of the determination for a loan is inconsistent with the business process and would make results unreliable. Also, for marketing purposes, the variables should map to criteria available in a CRM database search. Clearly defined business questions and objectives guide the entire process, and importance cannot be understated. Also, business questions need to be plausibly solutioned, meaning resources are available and budgeted to implement a planned campaign. Next, rigorous testing of research questions leads to knowable, measurable, and verifiable results. Depending on the business need, a predicted algorithm leads to a scalable solution. The data analysis approach is to use research questions to develop descriptive statistics, a correlation matrix, and use a decision tree to define a customer segmentation model. Specifically, customer segmentation is the practice of dividing a customer into base groups of individuals that are similar in specific ways relevant to marketing. The decision structure for customer segmentation was previously established, and now various hypotheses or research questions are needed to conduct the analysis, such as: what is the dollar range of funded loans resulting in 2/3 of approved loans? Within the defined range, which state produces the greatest number of approvals and the least? What is the approval distribution of loan terms? What is the approval distribution for the lengths of employment? What is the loan grade most likely to get approved? What is the home ownership type typical of an approval? What correlations, if any, exist within the variables studied? And what natural clusters exist within the group of these 5 components? For rejected loan requests within the defined range, what is the mean, min, max, and quantiles for the debt-to-income ratio? Which debt-to-income ratio bin is likely to be rejected in this group? What is the mean, min, max, and quartiles of the credit score? And what credit score bin is likely to be rejected from this group? What correlations, if any, exist within these variables studied? And what natural clusters within this group using the 2 components spoken about? Setting an analytics goal is about uncovering the value of each defined metric. There are 3 specific goals. Uncover the descriptive information of the existing historical data set. Understand the correlations between the customer factors as indicators of approval and rejections. Last, use this information to build a decision tree model to create a repeatable customer segmentation model. Descriptive statistics are used to describe the basic features of the data in a study. They provide simple summaries about the sample and the measures. Together with a simple graphics analysis, they form the basis of virtually every quantitative analysis of the data, and simply describing what is or what the data shows. Descriptive statistics will help determine the normal ranges and distributions and tendencies of this data set. The metrics provide a baseline prescription for what approved or rejected loan requests typically look like. Correlation analysis is the method of statistical evaluation used to study the strength of a relationship between 2 numerically measured continuous variables. Decision trees give people an effective and easy way to understand the potential options of a decision and its range of possible outcomes. The decision tree also helps people identify every potential option and weigh each course of action against the risks and rewards each option can yield. These 3 analytical tools produce a reliable and scalable product to answer the pertinent business question. The marketing department can use the results of this study to build a targeted marketing campaign supported by factual data analytics. The analytical results will be communicated at a high level to accommodate the purpose of this study. However, a deep dive into the underlying methodology and data specifics is available and posted in the dashboard provided. Results will be communicated as 2 summaries, one for approvals and another for rejection. These summaries will answer the business question, and supporting metrics are available upon request for the leadership. The language used will often follow the business jargon. However, if you hear technical language you do not understand, please ping me offline. For those wanting a more technical explanation of the analysis and results, we can work together on another call. Please hold off on deep dive requests during this presentation so we don't lose anyone in the discussion. The provided dashboard is interactive for ease of use, and visuals provided are typical views to the industry. We do not intend to introduce any new modeling concepts. The main page offers an explanation of the analysis scope, tab navigation orientation, and who to contact based off of scenario. Lending laws vary by state and govern factors such as predatory lending practices, supplemental veteran benefits, privacy laws, refinancing regulations, lending fees, and other statutory laws that regulate homeownership and rental requirements, employment laws, and the factors of the loan grade calculation. The variation the state factor brings to the analysis requires us to reduce confounding results and view the analysis by state. Looking at approved loans, there were 150,000 observed observations provided. Narrowing down to 2/3 of the approved loans as requested by the business, the states contributing the highest number of approved loans are shown. California is 100% more than the second listed state. Clearly, California brings in a significant number of approvals. That is a 40% approval rate just for California. The approved 100,000 loans studied were in the loan range of $500 to $35,000. This range included all of the rejected loans. There are 5 variables under consideration to create a customer segmentation profile. There are just over 40,000 customer profile possibilities, and descriptive statistics give us a great assumption to test. Approved customers tend to request a 36-month loan term, have a grade of B, C, or A, and worked over 10 years. The decision tree shows that these assumptions are mostly correct. The 3 main customer profiles, when considering grade, homeownership, and loan term, are, in preferred order, customers that rent or own, request a 36-month loan with a grade of B or C. Next is customers that rent or own and request a 36-month loan with a grade of D. Last, customers that rent or own and request a 60-month loan with a grade of B or C. These 3 customer profiles are responsible for the bulk of the loan approvals. The states provided on slide 11 are still the primary locations for these customer segments. While there are far few variables to study on rejected loans, we do learn some valuable information. Applicants with better credit scores tend to have lower debt-to-income ratios. Rejected loans tend to follow the same count distribution among the states as approved loans at a rate of 60%. Rejected loan applicants have credit scores across the range but tend to cluster in the middle of the range. The dashboard provided to you during this presentation was created using Power BI. Power BI allows the model to scale to enterprise datasets, easily refine models to include or exclude variables, manage permissions and access, and auto-refresh datasets. Other industry standard tools were considered such as Tableau, MicroStrategy, and Excel. Excel was deemed too overwhelming as interaction is not intuitive or user-friendly. Tableau is like Power BI, but would mean acquiring an expert on the software since our current team does not have this. MicroStrategy did not meet our technical needs. Power BI is an interactive tool allowing users to dynamically navigate the dataset. Also, natural language processing allows questions to be posed to the dataset while not readily available directly in the web interface. Power BI is available as a desktop tool, web service, and on mobile. The entire model can easily be exported to Excel for further analysis and manipulation. The tool is restrictive on visual customization capability. However, the enterprise supportability alleviates pressures on our processing resources.